Hey everybody, Snarky Entertainment System, this is Haven, part 22, and picking up from last time, I just escaped from the big space prison, and picked out my favorite looking escape pod, and just blasted my way right out of there, and now I'm falling down to the planet underneath, and there are these big asteroid whatever things, and they're crying their space tears. They're crying space tears at me. They're like, I don't want to be falling, and then they start crying, and they got big rocky tears that fly upwards. And uh-oh, look, rocky tears hurt. I mean, your mama always said, look out for those rocky tears. You know, you ever find a pretty little lady? You ever find a pretty little lady you can call all your own? If she starts crying and rocks start coming out of her eyes, well, I mean, you could take her to the hospital, but you should probably just walk out and say, you're freaking me out. Because, I mean, that's the only solution to that problem. That's like kidney stones, but in your tear ducts. And that's just freaky. That's freaking me out just thinking about that. I don't want to think about that anymore. I mean, can you really blame me? The rocky tear ducts, that's just gross. That's just gross. Anyway, Haven is he's Crash Bandicoot because he crashed, and he's also like Luke, see, cause sinky ship.
Yes. I'm sorry about that.
Haven is communicating with these alien creatures as if it's like when you watch a movie and they have like a stereotypical like rich white guy and a stereotypical like not really a stereotypical black person, but just a black person, and of course the white guy is like this big bigot or whatever, so when he talks to the black guy he's trying to communicate him in this really weird way that's just like, what? He's like, hello, my friend, I'm trying to look through your turf. It's all of a silly time. These guys are also weird because they gesture on behalf of one another. If you look while they're talking, like, look. They gesture on behalf of one another. Also, sorry I was talking during all of that, because you probably just missed a lot of important dialogue. But I can sum it up for you. Basically, I just crash landed on their planet, and they're like, hey, that's our water. We drink from that lake. You've tainted it all. They actually don't say anything at all like that. But basically, they say, hey, we've got a ship, but the only way we're gonna let you fly our ship is if you help us hatch some eggs. So you have to ride this train to hatch some eggs. I mean, I really have to wonder, like, was this planet just like completely desolate and helpless before Haven showed up? And once this guy showed up, they were like, oh god, we're saved, he can hatch our eggs for us! I mean, I don't think it would be too far out of the realm of possibility that their characters are just really lazy and want Haven to do work for them. But I think it's funny to think that they're completely helpless and that Haven is their only hope for survival. Haven, who we have known to be completely helpless on his own. I mean, I don't hate to reference Star Wars again, but, I mean, Star Wars, you know? You know, Luke is like the last hope. He's like, this is all we have left. He's the last Jedi. What are we gonna do after this guy's dead? I mean, what if Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine take over the whole universe? Luke's all we got, man. So imagine that, except if Luke stayed the way he was in the beginning of Episode 4, imagine if he just stayed that way through all 3 of the original movies. Like, when you get to Return of the Jedi, instead of, you know, having all that cool Jedi-ness about him, instead, if he was same old Luke, trying to figure out how to block those little floating orb shots, and complaining, yeah, that would have made for a completely different trilogy, and I don't think Joseph Campbell would have had that much to say about it. In other news, guys... Yeah, meh. That's not what I wanted to say. But I'm glad that I said it anyway. What I really meant to say is that the reason I haven't been posting so many videos recently is for quite a few reasons. One of those reasons being I'm going to college soon. I'll explain in a second.
Collect eggs and put them into the hatching pools. The eggs are scattered around outside the hatching ground.
Well, so how do I collect them?
Use the hover ship.
Thank God for the advent of motion capture.
You can only use it in the daylight.
Because nobody gestures like
Collect
this.
as many eggs as you can during the day. Because when the sun goes down, so will you.
People apparently never hold their arms at their sides.
Be sure to land before nightfall.
They always have to be outstretched in some way.
At night?
The Xenos will come and try to steal the eggs. You have to keep them safe until daybreak. I suggest using the righteous disruptors to keep order.
I really hope that they're called by the game developers the righteous disruptors, and that wasn't just a verbal tick.
And when all the pens are full, we can return to the village?
You got it, dude. I'll stay here and keep the hauler running.
God, relax the muscles in your arm for once. Anyway. So now Haven has to go fly this big airship, pick up some eggs, put them in these little glowing, what are they? The hot spring things, whatever. And then just defend them from the giant bug monsters of China. I don't know why I said China. Maybe because it's funny. But anyway, the reason I haven't been posting so many videos recently is because, for one thing, I am preparing for college, otherwise known as college. So, that's been taking up some of my life. Also, I'm not going to be living on campus at my university, so I have to look for an off-campus place, and it's hard finding a place for the fall semester. And also, I've been doing stuff for this playwriting contest I won. Oh, I farted. I've been doing some stuff for this playwriting contest I won. Just getting details and stuff together. And also, I've been watching the entire series of Buffy and the entire series of Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad I'm proud of watching, because I watched that whole season from the first episode to the third episode of Season 5 within 1 week. And I thought that was pretty impressive. Buffy took me longer, but I still finished that within like a month, which I think is pretty cool. I think that I should be like paid. I wonder if I could find a job where I can be paid to speed watch television shows. Because I've had a lot of practice with it, as some of you may remember, or you might not remember because I'm not sure if I've actually mentioned this before or not. But last summer, I watched every single episode of Power Rangers. Now, there's about 700 of those smuckers. And it's quite a lot to take in. But, gosh be darned, I did it. All the way up to the most recent episode of Power Rangers Samurai that they had aired. And, yeah. That was a fun time. It was a fun time. I really like Power Rangers. It's goofy, but it's good. But this is Haven. This is not Power Rangers. This is Haven. What I have to do at this point is I have to shoot these big freaking bugs because they're trying to take my eggs away, man. And if they take those eggs away, well, then I might as well commit seppuku. I might as well just get on my knees, recite my samurai poem, you know, my death haiku. And in case you're wondering what that is, my death haiku is slowly I fall dead. Cut my damn head off. This hurts. Stabbed my midriff. spunk. Yeah. Yeah, that's what my death haiku is. So if you ever dishonor me in battle, if you don't recognize me by my face or my voice, and we happen to be in the middle of a sword fight to the death, and I dishonor myself, that's how you'll be able to recognize that it's me, because I start reciting that. And then you'll be able to be like, hey, I recognize you from your YouTube videos, man. And I'll be like, oh, no way! But I'm still gonna kill myself, because that's just how the system works. That's Japan for you, man. BT dubs, samurais. That's a little hint at what my next Let's Play is gonna be. My next solo Let's Play. That's what my next solo Let's Play is gonna be. I'm not gonna say the exact name of the game. One, because I kinda want it to be a surprise. And two, that ended abruptly. Well, that's all you get for this time. See you later, guys!